Hi, thank you so much for joining COGA Television Network, and this is our Table Talk. My name remains Peter, and right here with me I have some special guests who are going to be discussing about the importance of Easter to Christians. And before we go on to the question, I would like each participant to tell us their name here.
My name is Etim.
My name is Paul. My name is Justin.
Okay, thank you so much. And now we're going to dive into the question. This is the season of Easter, and we want to share hearing from our audience about what Easter, how important it is to Christians. And we like to go first about the importance of Easter to Christians.
I think the importance of Easter to Christians is obviously for the resurrection of Jesus Christ, and it gives us Christians hope and faith to what we believe in. So I think that's why it's really important for us.
Okay.
I would say Easter is important because the resurrection basically gave Christians new life.
Easter is important because it's how Jesus died for our sins, and it lets me know there's someone out there who loves me enough to take their own life for me to carry on with my own. That means there's someone out there who really loves me more than anything else that I could imagine. Just give me comfort and peace.
Easter means when Jesus died, he rose up for our sins. Expanding on part, it means how someone died for us. Someone had the guts to die for us for our sins, and then resurrected.
I'm kind of curious now. Somebody mentioned about the love that he had to give up his own life, and which means there's somebody out there who could actually give up his own life for mercy. So now, how can we demonstrate that love? I believe it's going to come through the action of love. So how can we demonstrate that love to other people? Yes, we're not able to die as Jesus died for us, but how can we share that love also and take the position of somebody else just because we want to show the love of Christ, not in the time of death. So take point of that. So we'd like to share a thought about that. How can we demonstrate our love for others just like Jesus shared to us?
I say we could treat others how we want to be treated. So what we would want done to ourselves, we do for other people.
Well, we also raise up here.
I think we could sacrifice some other things for other people if we really care about them. Stuff like time, maybe activities. If they have something more important than you, they would really want you to come to, you would have to sacrifice it for them since you really love them. That's how you can show love.
I think you could also pray for people, share the gospel, tell people how Jesus died for us, stuff like that.
I was also going to say the same thing, just share the gospel and tell people how Jesus loved them and that there's still hope for them.
Okay, we're talking about, we could actually give up our own time even to share the gospel in terms of activity and other stuff, which is very important. And I'm going to bring up the final question even as we round up this table talk in terms of, how can we actually share the gospel in this Gen Z age right now, even at this present time? Because in the olden days right now, Jesus and his disciples have to walk from one town to the other to preach, to do good works, to heal and pray for people. But now, how can we do? How can we make it more easier for us based on the technology and other stuff that we have? How can we make use of them? Who would like to go first? A lot of hands. Okay, we could go like this.
So I think that since now we have things like phones, and we can just call each other, just pray for each other, and just let each other do the phone.
Okay, before we pass it on, I want us to picture it something that we are going to be able to do, right? So we talk about calling someone on the phone and pray for the person. Let's see more answers.
So we have phones, so we could use social media. For example, we have the CTN. So you could use things like Instagram, TikTok to basically spread the message.
Yeah, as you said before, how back when Jesus' times, when they had to walk on feet, turn on feet to spread the gospel, we're privileged because we have technology, so we could do what he did in seconds. So our church has flyers and posters. They have weekly Bible study and weekly telephone prayer conference. We could help people by telling them, sharing the information through our phone, spreading on social media.
Like Paul said, we could spread it through social media, like print flyers, give them to people. We could have we could host church events. We could also create music and stuff, since a lot of church people listen to music about Jesus divorce and stuff.
Thank you so much. Thank you to all our participants. Thank you so much. You've had those informations, and this is a practical way how we could take advantage of the current situation, of the current growth in the century, and the technology, taking advantage of the technology that we have today, and make use of them even as we share the importance of Easter to Christians, preaching the gospel, sharing our time, sharing the love. Even if we can die for others as Jesus died for us, we have experienced and we are enjoying that love of his death and his resurrection. We could also give up our own time and share with others. We could share information, prayer line in your church, share with your friends, preach the gospel, share the Bible messages with others. May the Lord help us. This means Peter, once again from COGA Television Network. Thank you for staying in tune with us. We look forward to seeing you next time. Once again, thank you to all our participants, and bye everyone.